Hello everyone. Today we discuss mechanism of mineral absorption in plants. As you know, plants absorb minerals from the soil in the form of inorganic ions. Earlier, it was thought that the absorption of minerals takes place in plants along with the absorption of water. In fact, the process of mineral absorption and water absorption are two separate processes. In order to absorb any minerals from the soil, it should be dissolved in the water. Plants absorb most of the minerals through the roots. The large surface area of roots and its ability to absorb minerals from the soil even in minor concentration makes the roots more efficient in mineral absorption than any other plant organ. In roots, the mineral absorption usually takes place through the meristematic region of the root tip. Chemical composition of plants. Fresh weight. How do you can find a fresh weight of plants? Answer is simple. Uproot a plant and wash down the soil particles sticking to the roots. Weigh the entire plant and this weight is known as fresh weight. Dry weight. Dry the plant in oven at 100 to 110 degrees Celsius temperature to remove the water content from the plant body, as water is the major constituent of any plant cell, and weight of this dried plant from which all the water content has been dried off is known as dry weight of the plant. Plant ash analysis. When an oven dried plant material is ignited at 400 to 600 degrees Celsius temperature, all the organic materials are oxidized, such as carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen and sulfur are oxidized, and incombustible matter remains as plant ash. When this ash was analyzed, it was found to contain 40 elements. All these elements are not essential for plant nutrition, but on analysis, the important essential elements have been identified, and based on their role in plant metabolism and requirement, they are classified as major elements and trace elements. Classification of mineral nutrients. Essential and non-essential nutrients, macro and micronutrients, mobile and immobile nutrients. First of all, essential and non-essential mineral elements. Let's see the given table showing micronutrients and macronutrients. Out of 30 elements universally present in all plants, out of which 16 elements are essential and the rest, that is 14, are non-essential. If an element satisfies given 3 criteria, it is said to be essential, and if not, it is a non-essential element. So, what is the criteria? The element must be absolutely necessary for the normal growth of the plant and its reproduction. The requirement of the element must be specific and not replaceable by another element. And direct role of any element in the metabolism of plant. So, these are the criteria. Let us see given PPT which showing macronutrients and micro or trace elements. Mobile and immobile mineral nutrients. Let us see the given table showing mobile elements such as nitrogen, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, chlorine, sodium, zinc and molybdenum. Immobile elements such as calcium, sulfur, iron, boron and copper. Now there are several deficiencies or symptoms of mineral nutrients such as stunting. Stunting means growth is retarded, and if growth is retarded, the stem appears condensed and very short. Chlorosis, it's the loss of chlorophyll or breakdown of chlorosis and resulting in the yellowing of leaves. Necrosis, necrosis is a localized death of leaves tissue. Mottling, appearance of green and non-green patches on the leaves. Leaf culls, abnormal curling of leaves due to unequal growth of the plant. Abscission is premature falls of flowers, fruits and leaves. Wilting, loss of turgor in the cells resulting in the drooping of leaves and young stem and tips. Hurt rot, internal softening and rotting of tissue due to their disintegration. Now there are several theories for the uptake of minerals, that is passive absorption and active absorption. First of all, passive absorption. When the movement of minerals ions into the roots occurs by diffusion without any expenditure of energy in the form of adenosine triphosphate molecule. So, it is known as passive absorption, and this form of absorption is not affected by temperature and metabolic inhibitors. It includes rapid uptake of ions is observed when a plant tissue is transferred from a medium of low concentration to a medium of high concentration. Various theories have been put forward to explain mineral salt uptake by passive absorption. Ion exchange theory and Donan equilibrium. Ion exchange theory. In ion exchange theory of mineral absorption, the ions adsorbed on the surface of the root can exchange with the ions of the same charge from the soil solution. For example, proton ions adsorbed on the surface of root cells can be exchanged with potassium ions in the soil. Two theories have been proposed to explain the mechanism of ion exchange: contact exchange theory and carbonic acid exchange theory. Contact exchange theory. According to contact exchange theory, the ions adsorbed on the surface of root cells and clay particles are in continuous oscillation when the root and clay particles are in close contact with each other. The oscillation radius of ions on the clay particles may overlap with the ions adsorbed on the root cells. When these oscillation radii overlap, there is a possibility of a spontaneous exchange of ions between clay particles and root surface. Carbonic acid exchange theory. According to carbonic acid exchange theory, the carbon dioxide produced in the root cells due to respiration combine with water to form carbonic acid or H2CO3, and the carbonic acid is immediately dissociated into hydrogen ion and carbonic ions. The hydrogen ions thus formed are exchanged with cations on the clay particles. Donan equilibrium. The Donan equilibrium explains the accumulation of some mineral ions inside the cell against the concentration gradient without the expenditure of metabolic energy. According to this theory, inside the root cells there are some ions called indiffusible ions or fixed ions which don't diffuse outside through the plasma membrane. The plasma membrane is permeable to other type of cations and anions. If a cell has an accumulation of cations as fixed ions, such cell can absorb anions from the soil in order to maintain the electrical potential balance. The absorption of anion in this case causes an equilibrium of both cations and anions inside the cell. This equilibrium is called Donan equilibrium. By attaining the Donan equilibrium, the root cells can absorb any minerals in their ionic form. Active absorption. The absorption of ions against the concentration gradient with the expenditure of metabolic energy is known as active absorption. In plants, the vacuolar shape show accumulation of anions and cations against the concentration gradient, which cannot be explained by the theories of passive absorption. The mechanism of active absorption of salts can be explained by several theories such as carrier concept and cytochrome pump theory or electron transport theory. The carrier concept. According to this theory, the plasma membrane is completely impermeable to some ions. The absorption of these ions is facilitated by some special proteins on the plasma membrane called carrier proteins. First, the carrier proteins are combined with the ions to form the carrier ion complex. The carrier ion complex can move across the plasma membrane. When the carrier ion complex reaches the inner surface of the membrane, they release the ions into the lumen of the cell. After this, the carrier protein will go back to the outer surface to accept new ions. Cytochrome pump theory. Let us see in the picture. Dehydrogenase reactions on inner side of the plasma membrane give rise to protons and electrons. The electrons released unites with proton and oxygen to form water. As a result of anion absorption, a cation moves passively from outside to inside to balance the anion. Thank you and have a nice day.